So if you don't risk it, you're not going to achieve anything.
No risk, no reward, right? I think that's the way frame to think about. And I also say for anyone who's listening to us, our next event is the 13th of March. So I'll drop the link below if you would like to come. So it will be phenomenally good. One of the speakers we've already got confirmed is Ollie Ollerton, who's like a former special forces guy from the UK, who's also been on the podcast, who's another level. Coming back to your business, with focusing in like kind of the Arabic world, is there a limiting belief, do you think, that some people have that will, what works in the European markets or with the US, and that people will coach online? Because say, for example, a lot of people in the Middle East have personal trainers. Why would they need online coaching?
I mean, a lot of people believe you need a coach in the gym, okay? And I'm trying to just break through, that idea. Like all my clients, or I'd say most, I've trained them online and all of them have a spectacular, results. So it's possible to do it, online because people believe I'm just going to send them on WhatsApp just a bullshit, PDF. But no, I send videos. I send, a lot of reports. What did you do like last month? Blah, blah, blah. Talk to them in like every month, like in Zoom. How is it? How much weight do you lose? Everything, I track everything. And that's, if people find out, I would say this idea of online coaching with the right person, I believe I can, change the perspective of people.
Like, in my opinion and perspective, like I have an online coach, guy called Alex Coquel, who coaches me, who has done for the last 2 years. Shout out Alex, the highest level coach in the world, I think. It works so well because it's flexible. Whereas if you've got a personal trainer, okay, I have to be at the gym at 9 a.m, but then I can't get there from 9 a.m, so I've got this other thing to deal with. Whereas particularly if you're someone who is a high performer and you run your own schedule, it doesn't really work that well to necessarily have personal trainers, in my opinion. And also, most personal trainers are glorified babysitters. You're like a human dog walker putting people on a treadmill. Like if you're a trainer and you put your client on a treadmill for 20 minutes and you just stand there talking to them, you're literally like a human dog walker putting someone on a treadmill. It's pointless. So it's like, don't do that if you're a trainer, because it's a terrible use of time. And I also think that why most people's businesses don't sell online well is because they're not clear of the 4 Ps in terms of like the person, the problem, the process, and then the program to kind of fix that. So like if you can be very clear with that, it's then easy to scale coaching business.
I mean, look at the pros, let's say Hari Chopin or whatever. He just come to the US prior to the show 3 weeks, and just his coach, Hani Rainbow, just look at him, take care of him. That's it. And he won, like all the year, he's just, overseas. Last 3 weeks, you just need maybe your coach, and that's it,
Do you think, this is a good question, it's not business related, do you think Arabic bodybuilders have better genetics than Western bodybuilders?
I mean, look at Egypt, okay? So Big Ramy conquered, New York Pro in 3 years. So I would say it's a competition it's not racist, between Egyptians, I would say, and black people.
Oh, right. White people got the short straw when it comes to genetics on that aspect.
I mean, yeah, even Rich Piana said, may God, bless his soul, or like his soul rest in peace, He said, you can't compare yourself to black people. And he's right, And Rich Piana, who just gave me that inception, So I was just sitting on my, I would say, university in the US. It was an Indiana university. And I saw a video of him. He said, there is something above a job. And I was like, it's sad. Like there's people, just stuck in their job. I was like, that's my first, idea get me to, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm doing something else.
It's funny that you mention that, because I just had a flashback. I used to watch some of his YouTube, and I just liked the lifestyle that he was in the sun, driving around his convertible. He'd work out loads, also eat loads of junk food, just get jacked. And I was like, this is kind of cool. And I think it's funny how those maybe moments still stick in your mind years later. Do you think you are starting to do that for maybe like the younger generation of maybe like Emiratis and people in the Middle East?
So can you repeat the question, please, again?
So Rich Piana and maybe say someone like Steve Cook created content that probably inspired me when I was younger to then be doing what I do now. Do you feel that you can do the exact same thing for maybe the Emirati culture?
That's a very good question. So when I started with you, like I said like I want to do just 10K a month or whatever. So I didn't believe I could do more, So now sitting here, and I told you in my whole business, because I do also copy trading.
Yep.
I'm a day trader too. And I traded funded accounts, like I would say 500, like up to 500K.
Yeah.
So me doing that number, you know, so I believe, you know, me doing those numbers, okay, make me believe, okay, I can break through and made as same as like Rich Piana did, you know, I can make more and see, like, shout out to Abdullah Al-Awadi. He's like, you know, taking it to the next level, and he's maybe the first person in UAE. And I would say I could follow that path too.
Do you think more people will start to go down that route? Because bodybuilding and fitness is so popular here in the Middle East and Dubai.
It is popular. Like, let's say Dubai Pro, you know, it's one of the biggest show. Now people say it's maybe the third best, you know, show after Mr. Olympia and Arnold Classic. So we getting there, and a lot of, you know, genetics, a lot of young people, like, you know, want to achieve, I would say, or win the Mr. Olympia.
Do you think it's essential for fitness coaches and trainers to compete?
Okay, so for me, I don't take people, I don't coach a lot of people, you know, competing. I have just one dude, you know, and the other people just lifestyle. Because for me, I'm a problem solver. I call myself, not a coach, because a lot of people just come to me, you know, after they made, let's say, an accident, or they've been sick, or after a divorce. They just come and ask me for an advice. And I believe when I gave them my advice and I saw them, you know, progressing, I was like, okay, I'm just not doing fitness. I'm just also, you know, fixing people's life. So yeah, I believe I'm not just doing this for bodybuilding. I'm just changing also people's life, you know. Does that make sense?
What's the most rewarding thing a client said to you?
This is a lot, man. But okay, there's one guy called Abdullah Shamsi. You know, he made a major accident and his back, his spine got broken. So he believed he will never, you know, walk again. And now he have his six pack. Okay. So afterwards he told me, I couldn't do it without you, and you've changed my life. And he just recently got married. So when I see him, you know, doing those things, you know, getting married, having his six pack, I was like, yeah, that's the most rewarding thing, I believe. Yeah.
And I think that's also what will push you forward from a motivation standpoint, because it's positively reinforcing the message of what you're doing. And like, yes, you're making money, but you're also helping people.
I mean, first you focus on the money, you know, and maybe that's a lot of people's mistake. You know, they first, oh, I want to make this, I want to make that. But later on, when you enjoy it and you help people, the money just comes, you know, and it's weird. Like, it comes smoother, it comes easier, and even more.
Is there any difference in terms of how you think you need to coach people in the UAE or from the Arabic culture versus Western in terms of like food or specifics with that?
I don't think there is any difference, okay? You just need to, I don't know, like just give them what they gotta do, you know, fix their problems, and that's it. It's the same thing, I believe, yeah.
Would it be fair to say, because obviously living in Dubai, people think big and they're pretty quick in terms of executing. Do you find your clients are very good just to do the thing if you just give it to them?
I believe a lot of people, because they don't understand the online coaching, so sometimes it takes a lot of time, but that's what I'm good at. So when people comes to me, I make sure they understand the program, they understand everything. And I always make sure, like for free even, like, let's meet at the gym, let's see how you work out, let's see, do you understand the program? And that's what I'm specialized at, and that's why my most clients, you know, have like incredible results.
So you were born in the UAE, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so how old are you, if you mind me asking?
I'm 27 now.
Okay, so how has fitness and gyms in the last 27 years changed in the UAE?
Oh, I remember when I worked out in my first gym. It was in Khorfakan. Shout out to Khorfakan, best beautiful place in the world. I remember like the dumbbell was like, I don't know, what's rotten or
rusted.
Rusted, yes, it was rusted, you know. And when you like, I don't know, lift the dumbbells, I just feel bad. And now when you look at, I don't know, Dubai, there's an Oxygen now and B1 gym and train. It's so different now. And we have a very beautiful gym. It's in Khorfakan too. It's like on the sea and you can work out and look at the beach. It's so beautiful. Like, see now, even the culture.
What's the gym called?
It's Ozone Fitness called, yeah. And I believe you should come and we should do like a workout over there, you know? So yeah, we've changed.
What do you think of the top 3 gyms in Dubai?
I would say, of course, B1 and
Yeah.
oxygen. Maybe train. Yeah, maybe.
Training itself, Alcuz has improved a lot,
Yeah.
but I think, in my opinion, Dubai has the best selection in the gyms in the world, in particular in such a close proximity. So like from within half an hour, there's probably 20, 25 like insanely good gyms you could go to. So if anyone's into fitness, that's like a huge kind of benefit. And I also think that it kind of gets repetitive training in the same place all the time. Like, and particularly you train for a long period of time. So sometimes just doing it in a different environment, I think helps a lot.
I mean, I talked about train. It's not about this, the machines or whatever, but how the connection there. And you know how many people asked me about how is Charlie? And a lot of people ask me, is he a scam? I was like, come on, man. You think I'm gonna market him and be there if he's a scam? Just why people? I don't understand why people who say it's a scam.
So people have that opinion of making money online or investing themselves because it's a sign of insecurity in themselves. Because if you're not doubtful of me, they're doubtful of themselves.
Exactly.
Like I would back myself to sign up at anything, even the worst program in the world. I'll get something from it, make it work. And that's where like the mentality people need to come into things is like, I will be this person's best client. So like if someone's going to sign up with you, they need to come through the mentality of like, I'm going to be his best client. I'm going to like do the best check-ins. I'm going to check in on time. I'm going to do everything. So it's same thing to work with us. And like, if you have that best client mentality, whatever you do will work.
It will work, exactly. And let's say if a guy just sign up with you, Charlie, and he didn't make it, it's up to you. Like it's on you. I just believe because you just gave me. Cristiano Ronaldo said that. He said, "I can't make you a Cristiano Ronaldo, but I'll show you the map." And could you follow it? A lot of people say like they have a training at 10 a.m. They go to the field at 8:30, and they see him already training. Now we know how he became, the best player in the world,
Well, you hear stories like that and about him, people like Kobe Bryant, and like it's volume negates luck. Like if you do a lot of something, you eventually get good. And the most successful people have just done one thing for a long period of time and done way more than you realize. So I looked up a stat on podcasts the other day of like, okay, I get weird things coming into my head. I'm like, I want to know this because it helps reinforce decision-making. And so I put into ChatGPT, what are the top 10 podcasts in the world and when were they started? On average, the top 10 podcasts started 9 years ago. Some of them were 17 years ago. The fastest one was Alex Hormozy, who was 5 years and maybe one other. So like it gives context for people. They do something for a week and then they're suddenly not Mr. Beast. It's like, dude, it takes a little while. A good example, actually, we filmed another podcast yesterday with a guy called Anthony. So he's the biggest trainer in South America. Mm-hmm. Got 2 million followers on IG, 3 million on YouTube. He posted his first YouTube video 15 years ago. He posted on content for 6 years before he really made any money. So it's like, dude, I started posting content like 2015, 2016. I only started making proper money maybe 2018 to 2019. Mm-hmm. Like, because I didn't have anyone to help me, so I had to fuck around and figure it out. And it took me a long time, which like for you, it took you a week and then like a month. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where if people believe in themselves, then you can achieve anything you want.
I mean, look at the biggest YouTuber in the world, Mr. Beast now, okay? If you go, like you saw his old videos, he's saying PewDiePie, I don't know, 10,000 times, counting from 1 to, I don't know, 10,000, 100,000. See where he started from, and he's like, he was just, sitting and he was tired, but he's just kept on going. And see Mr. Beast, like anybody just, wants the chance to meet him or talk to him,
Well, I think sometimes be careful what you wish for. So for example, people want the results or the social media Mr. Beast has, but you do not want his lifestyle. Like I think I watched the behind the scenes of the Diary of the CEO podcast. They filmed that podcast with Mr. Beast. It was like 2-3 hours long at like 12:30 at night. Then he had just come from speaking at another event, did the podcast for 3-4 hours, then was getting a flight somewhere else. He gets like 300 flights a year or something stupid. He's never at home.
So we have a very good example, our Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. You see him like sometimes in 2 days, he's like in 4 different countries, seeing different presidents, making connections, making business. And in 2 days doing that it's not, some people will believe like that's impossible, but it is possible. And, he's not just sitting, he's doing his best, for his people. So even I could say the elite people, just working always to make it, you know.
Now, I'm not going to sound like Stephen Bartlett, but I know a lot of people coming onto our podcast and who are not subscribing but still enjoying the content. If I have one small ask from you, it's please hit the subscribe button. It'll help us a lot. The work just doesn't stop. And I think there's an example of someone else I saw recently, can't come to mind, but it's like the most successful people are just non-stop all day long. And that's what is required if you want to play at that level. And I think that's where a lot of people, they maybe will get frustrated with other people who are super successful or wealthy because they know internally maybe they don't have the drive to do it, or the biggest thing is the fear of stopping them from trying, because the fear of failure.
I mean, see, like, there's a lot of sacrifice. You see people, you know, end up their relationships. They, I don't know, left their home country, left their, you know, families, you know, and just to make it. Like, you see, there is a sacrifice. Don't believe like, okay, I'm just going to do this and it's going to be like a la la land, you know. There's a lot of sweat. There is a lot of dark side from that, you know.
Well, all three of those things you mentioned I did. So like, you have to, there's a cost to everything, and it's just whether you're willing to pay the cost, and it's whether the cost is worth it. And I think where most people have really bad decision making is they look at, okay, I can say invest $5,000-$10,000 in myself. Okay, it doesn't work, I lose money. It does work, I make hundreds of thousands of dollars for the rest of my life and I have complete freedom. It's probably a good bet. Like, and the framework I always use for an investment in something is, has the person done it before themselves? Can I see they've helped other people do it? Has this been going on for a while? And is this industry going to continue? Then it's like, if you're a competent person, you're willing to work hard, it will work.
It's also not just about sacrifice. I said just earlier about risk. So me just putting my money on paid ads, and I don't know if it's going to come back or no, you know, I'm just spending money every day on paid ads. But thanks God, because me believing in him and, you know, I'm just making my money back. So there's risk behind it too. So don't believe it's also just, you know, just going to come through easily or without, you know, any risk.
So I don't know if you remember Jordan Lee talking at her event. So he spends about $1.6 million a month on Facebook ads. And it always stuck in my mind. It's like, you just have to have the fucking minerals and the balls to be like willing to do that. And that's the difference. I
mean, see, how I break through when I hear, you know, Jordan Lee talking about himself, you know, doing 1.6 million on just paid ads. I was like, if I have that, you know, amount of money, I'm just going to keep it in the bank account. See, like, just my limiting beliefs, you know. And when I hear that, I was like, okay, that's just Jordan Lee just doing that on Facebook ads. What other people doing, you know? Like, okay, you just sometimes got to risk it. And I know, like, maybe deep inside him, he maybe doubt himself maybe, but he got, as you said, he got the courage to do it, you know?
And I think courage is the right word. Now, if you enjoyed this clip and you're a coach, creator, or a business owner and you want help in terms of how to scale your business using ads, AI, content, marketing, a lot of things we talk about on the show, then hit the link at the top line of our description in the YouTube video. You can book on a call with us and we'll walk through the whole process, audit your business, and show you where there's huge, huge opportunities for you to scale.